welcome back to another episode. This is episode 254. No longer I'm going to be calling it Talking to the Media's Live or T3 Media's Live. I've decided to officially change the name to something real dumb that I used to say back in the day. My old Twitter handle from back in the day. My current gamer tag, Randumb specific, because we talk about a bunch of random stuff on the show and we get pretty specific about it. We like to have a little fun, so I decided to make the name a little bit more fun. Some of y'all hate it, but you gotta get used to it. But I'm Chris, and I appreciate you guys for joining me. I want to come up with a better intro than that next time, but I'm running late. But joining me today, back at the show, first official live episode of Random Specific. Welcome back. We got Jason Bell, the Postman.
Postman. Glad to be back.
Like, why do they call you the Postman? Because I killed the Postman. Y'all know that reference, dude. You gotta let me know if y'all remember that. That's what was that movie called again? Is that the Super? It was a Joe Pesci movie. Why do they call you the Postman? And he just stood up because it was a basketball player. But thought he was gonna say something like, "Cause I always deliver." Like, nah, because I killed the Postman. But guys, we're gonna go through a couple things in the show. We're gonna break the show up into 3 segments. First, we're gonna talk about everything that's in movie news. We're gonna talk about what's going on in streaming and TV. Then we're gonna talk about real quick what's going on in entertainment news. So stick around for that. But before we go into that, I want to remind you guys, if you want to catch the show, go check it out. The podcast is Talking Through the Medias or T3 Medias. You can check that out on your favorite podcast of choice. During the show, if you want to send us a question, comment, concern, let us know what you guys think. You send a super chat and we'll interrupt the show for you, and maybe we'll talk about it even further on the We Got Your Mail segment. And hey, if you want to become a member, we're going to put exclusives up there as well. But like I said, welcome to the Random Specific Podcast live show, and let's get into the first topic, which is movie. Of course, this is movie news. We're gonna talk about what's going on in the world of movies. So, let me get the damn Chris, get the graphic together. Damn brother, my bad. So I did a review of Everything Everywhere All at Once, and you said you haven't seen it yet, right? You said that's one that you want to check out.
Definitely.
Dude, when I went into that. I never watched the trailer or anything. It was just word of mouth. Like other YouTubers, John Campy and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? This movie sounds so crazy. I don't want to see any trailers. And I went all the way. I didn't see one thing about it. I kind of heard what it was about, but I didn't watch it. And when I say this movie, crazy. And here's one thing I heard that I couldn't believe. They said, this is about a multiverse situation, and Multiverse of Madness is coming out. John Campy on the John Campy show was like, I guarantee that this is crazier than the Multiverse of Madness is going to be. He's like, I haven't even seen Multiverse of Madness yet. I'm calling it. This movie is crazy.
You think so?
I know so. I haven't even seen Multiverse of Madness yet, and I'm calling it, dude. This movie is crazier. It's because it's rated R for one.
It is? I did not know that.
Yes. Exactly. And it's automatically gonna go like send your stuff real quick because y'all the friend. It's automatically gonna go places where Multiverse of Madness can't.
Yeah.
So, man, I want to spoil you guys. I can't say it. There is a scene where you're like, yeah, Doctor Strange, they ain't going there. They do something. And the funny thing about it is, and if you guys know what I'm talking about, I'll just say it has something to do with an award. That's all I'm going to say. And what they do with those inanimate objects is kind of nasty. And so, in the middle of a fight scene. So, that's all I'm going to say.
Hey,
it's crazy.
When I saw that Short Round was going to be in it, I haven't seen any other movie Short Round has been in since Indiana Jones.
You haven't seen Goonies?
Okay, I've seen Goonies.
There you go. Yeah, that was the movie that I saw him in.
But after that, he hasn't done much. And when he's
right.
done this, I said, okay, I gotta see this. And Michelle Yeoh was in it, though.
Dude, he said, if I remember correctly, he said that it was after watching Rich Asian, Crazy Rich Asian. It inspired him to get out there, and
that's awesome.
And he got up onto this audition and crushed it, and he got the and dude, I'll tell you, and you can see it probably in the trailer, or you can see it in the picture. Something that was in Goonies, he brought it back. You see that right there?
His little
yeah, dude, that's the fanny pack. That's all I kept thinking about the whole time that I watched when I watched the movie, and he was amazing in it. So it's about this family who are able to go into the multiverse and see different versions of themselves. They can tap into different versions of themselves and whatnot. But from what I could tell, the overall message was about, like, I think it was like a metaphor for like how split and divided that their family was and their personal life, and how to bring that back together and stuff. And that's all I'll go into it. And then on top of that, it's one of the craziest movies I've ever seen.
Where did you see it at? Because it seems like it's limited.
It started off limited a couple of months ago, and then last week or the week before, I want to say the week before, like 2 weeks ago, then it started coming out, everywhere. And I knew that it was probably going to be a 2 week window, 2 or 3 week window, because all these other movies are about to come out. When Doctor Strange comes out, that's going to gobble up most of the screens. Yeah. So if you got to catch it. If you're going to catch it, this is probably going to be one of the last weeks where you can probably catch it. I caught it at an AMC. I would say go check it out. But it's worth it, dude. You won't. It's kind of long. It's like maybe 20 minutes they could have cut out of it, but it's still, dude, it's worth it. I'm gonna tell y'all this: if you're a kind of person that likes to eat edibles or smoke, don't do it, like, dude, or do it. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, dude, it's gonna trip you out. I didn't go in there high, and I still felt like I did. I felt like I was high when I watched it. Well, what about you? That's what I saw last time. What about you? What was the last thing you saw in the movie, man?
The last thing I seen, and it's funny because the movie that I saw, everybody was talking bad about it, and that pushed me to go see it. What, Morbius? No, I have not seen Morbius.
I haven't either.
But no, it's Ambulance.
Ambulance from Michael Bay, right?
Yes. And that movie was awesome. You're the ones that fell off liking it. I mean, that you fell on the side of liking it. Yes.
What was it about it that got you? Or was it all the Michael Bayisms, or was it?
No. That movie was so good, you really don't realize the Michael Bay.
I heard that the things that made it bad was the fact that like the plot, like the dialogue or something like that, it was kind of cheesy or something like that.
No, not at all. And then I was engrossed in that movie from beginning to end. If nobody has seen that movie, I implore you, go see that.
Not a lot of it didn't make that much money, man. It did not.
It didn't. But it was an awesome movie, and I don't know the actor's name. She's the star of the movie.
I gotta yeah, I would have to look it up. I just know that obviously
I'll
the two main
bet you $10 right here and now. You watch that movie.
You think I would like it?
You won't like it. And
I don't know, man.
It has a part in there that you were just gonna be glued.
I heard there was some redeeming moments in it. That there were some parts that were like, yeah, that's tight and all that stuff. Yes. But I don't know. I was like, I don't know. Based on, I mean, the movie didn't make that much money. Not that many people went to go see it. I might catch it when it comes out on streaming, but I'm definitely not gonna go to the theater.
Hey, that's fine. But when you good, I'm gonna come back to you and I'm asking you, what did you think about it?
I'll be like, on Coming to America, you must be crazy. You must be crazy. Like, nah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I might be one of the ones that's gonna be like, oh, that was the best movie I ever seen.
To me, outside of course, Spider-Man, that's the best movie I've seen.
What?
Yes.
Oh, because you haven't seen everywhere all at once. That's the I mean, well, but Spider-Man came out in December. So
what else?
But that's when you saw. But that's what you saw this year, though. You saw Spider-Man. Oh, okay. Nah, that's everything everywhere all at once. This movie right now.
I gotta go see. I've heard so much.
Yeah, I can't wait to go check it out at home and tell you it was trash. But that's, I mean, it's still currently in theaters, like it says on the display at the bottom of your screen right there. You guys can see. I'll give you guys a better shot at it of movies that are turning 30. Dude, Beethoven. That's movie turning 30 years this old. Ferngully, you remember that? Mm-hmm. Ferngully turning 20. The Scorpion, was that the Scorpion King, or was that the Mummy? Big Trouble. The Raid is turning 10. Remember the Raid?
The Raid, yeah. That's 10 years?
Yep. Friday the 13th, Jason X is just turned 20. American Reunion just turned 10. And Think Like a Man just turned 10.
Wow.
Dude. Deep Cover just turned 30. Remember that movie? Mm-hmm. That's a throwback. Spider-Man. I'll tell you right, Spider-Man, but the first Spider-Man movie just turned 20, and Sleepwalkers. I put that up there. You guys can check it out on social media. Movies that are turning 10, 20, and 30. You can go check those out.
Makes me feel old.
Go feel old with that. But check those out. All right, moving on. All right, movie news. All right, this is what I really want to talk about. This is what you guys wanted to talk about. All right, Cinemacon. All right, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna break down what went down at Cinemacon so far this week, but we're gonna save the Ezra Miller thing for the last in this segment. So real quick, let's let me switch the topic real quick. So on Cinemacon, what was the first thing that popped up? Sorry, let me pull it up. I didn't have my graphics up. First week was Sony. It got kicked off with Sony, and they did things like they showed footage of Across the Spider-Verse. They announced that there's going to be a new Ghostbusters sequel that's about to come out. That's after Afterlife.
What did you think of the first?
What do you mean? Which one?
Which one?
Of which movie?
I already know what you're talking about.
Oh, dude, I liked it. I mean, they kind of went nostalgic with it, and they went nostalgia heavy with it, and tried to land on those old. They kind of followed the same formula from the first one, almost beat for beat, like almost frame by frame. But I like the unique story. I thought the end, when the original Ghostbusters came back, I thought that it went. Spoiler. Yeah. If you haven't watched that movie by now, they already announced the damn sequel. So if you haven't watched that movie by now, then you ain't ever gonna see it. But I thought that it was the way they threw it together at the end was kind of too comical or too cartoony, because it was fun, entertaining, and it's still funny and everything, but it felt like that tone was more dark. It was as dark as the original was. And then that last 15 minutes felt like Ghostbusters 2. I feel like the Statue of Liberty was walking down the middle of New York City. I was like, what the fuck? Y'all went a little too comical on this one. But overall it was good, and I'm glad that they're doing a sequel.
It was charming. If I put a word on it, it was charming. Looking at the trailers and stuff, I thought
oh, really? Yeah. From the trailers, I knew I thought, yeah.
The feeling
was Oscar Wright, Edgar Wright? Which one? It was the son that directed it.
I was watching the trailer, and I was like, this doesn't seem like any of those movies. It seemed like what's that show on that?
Stranger Things.
I got that.
Yeah, because you got one of the boys on there. Yeah.
That's the vibe I got from it.
You thought it was something, but the execution it pulled you off. So you excited for them to do another? Yeah. I think they got a good team. Let some years go by. They're gonna get older. They're gonna all get with Paul Rudd leading the way. I think they got a good team here. I doubt if they'll ever bring back. Out of all the Ghostbusters, again, spoiler if you haven't seen it. The fact that I knew that it was a possibility for a sequel when they mentioned that Winston was rich. Yeah. When they mentioned that, the second he said that, I was like, oh, that means how much you want to bet Winston's going to be the financier, and it's going to get huge because I was thinking, I love the fact that they're finally doing right by Winston. Because, in the first movie, and it was just, first to start off with the main three guys, then when Winston came aboard, and then, he got his screen time. But they did the same thing in part 2. He wasn't in the first part of the movie, then they brought him in a little bit later. Like, why y'all keep dissing Winston like that? And then I heard that when they wanted to do a third one, what's his name? Peter Venkman, the guy who plays Peter. Because he's in the new. Bill Murray was like, I heard a rumor that he was like, gonna give him as much screen time as us or give him as much pay, and then when he found out it was no, he was like, well then no, I'm not doing it. He was mad that he wasn't getting the respect. And now I think moving forward, I think it's funny because now Bill Murray's in some little hot water now, and so I think Winston's gonna get way more screen time than all of them now. Do
you think any of the others is going to be in the sequel?
No, I think Winston's going. I think it's just going to be. I think it's going. If anything, and this is the order I think it would go in. First Winston, then Ray, then maybe they'll bring back Peter Venkman if they don't kill him off in the show because of the scandal he's going through.
We gotta see how the scandal.
Yeah, see how scandal lands, but definitely it's going to be Winston.
Yeah.
He's in the best shape. It don't crack. So he looks. He
seemingly wants to do a lot of things. He wants to be in a lot of things.
He was in the reboot with the girl. He brought in Ecto-1. He was so it's like they're showing him a little bit more respect.
That's dope.
So I think that's gonna be good. That Across the Spider-Verse though, I think that's gonna be dope. They showed footage of it at Cinemacon. Did you hear anything about the Sony version of it? I just heard that they played like the first 15 minutes of it, and people felt just as good as they did when they watched the first movie because it's probably like it takes place like right after the first one. So I can't wait to see that. Let's see if
the trailer got.
That teaser that they did when they showed Spider-Man $299 that's future Spider-Man at $299.
The one where Spider-Gwen comes in his room. He's telling her he's grounded. And she says, "Is Spider-Man grounded?"
Yeah, is Spider-Man grounded? I don't know. I'm thinking you stronger than your dad. If you want to talk that noise, you can. I don't know. You just whip him up. I don't know what you're tripping for. But his dad doesn't. No, his dad found out that he was Spider-Man at the end of it, right? I'm like, dude, what you gonna do? And what? How did you feel about this? Did you see this right here? That Bad Bunny. There's another Spider-Man, a Spider-Man universe movie is coming out. It's based on a Spider-Man character, like a nacho. I probably just said something offensive. Libre, like a Mexican wrestler character. But this character is not even heavily utilizing the damn comic book, and they're making a whole movie out of it. The studio also revealed a new movie starring Bad Bunny as Marvel's anti-hero El Muerto, and the next installment in the in Venom franchise. Obviously, Venom. So I'm excited about the fact that Venom got announced. That's a no-brainer. I can't wait to see that Venom. But this Bad Bunny, I'm not saying that Bad Bunny, because I ain't gonna lie. If Bad Bunny can act the way he can, the way he's been pulling off his things on wrestling, like I ain't gonna lie, I hate it when celebrities come into to WrestleMania. But Bad Bunny, every time he's been on the damn show, he proves that he takes this shit seriously. I don't know nothing about his music.
Me neither. But I want to say he was in a Netflix video.
Okay, maybe I'll check it out.
It was slightly based on what?
Okay. Well, maybe he's got acting chops. I don't know. There's got to be a reason. Is this another Sony is messing up? They need Kevin Feige to still keep an eye on him. Yeah, keep an eye on him again. Or it's like, because that's it, Kevin, that whole Sony Marvel merger thing, it's only now with the Spider-Man movies and stuff. So all this stuff that Sony's doing with their spin-offs, I'm thinking that they letting the success of Venom get to their head. Now they feel like they can do anything. Now, they about to mess up again. That's how I feel about it. Madam Web, I was excited about.
You was?
I was, because I ain't know. There is no way in the world that they're gonna go with the old Madam Web from the cartoon. From the comic book. I've seen a version of Madam Web that's younger. They're gonna go with a younger Madam Web. I think she's.
Well, the actress is young.
Yeah, the actress is young, and I'm thinking they're gonna go with that. And maybe later on her hair will turn gray and stuff like that. But I think it's gonna be an origin story.
I think the fact that you got this multiverse of madness happening. They said it was a no-brainer to bring Madam Web character.
Yeah. I mean, they probably want a way for to jump between the universes with or without Doctor Strange,
Exactly.
or if I use that as the tool to finally bring Spider-Man out of the MCU into his own universe, and then bring all the other villains in too. Speaking of Morbius, I guess we're not gonna get into that. You know what? And a spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen Morbius. So. But you said you haven't seen Morbius, right? But you heard about what happened with the end credit?
Yeah.
I
actually seen it.
I watched it too. I heard it was so bad, so I decided, hey, it's that bad of a movie. I'm not gonna care. I went straight to the end. Here's my theory about that. Uh-huh. I think that's originally how the spell was gonna work. Okay. That people would be pulled from the MCU to the Spider-Verse and vice versa. I'm thinking it was supposed to be like body swaps or something like something like that, and and that's why it was called No Way Home.
It's so many. See, it was so many movies that's been delayed. Mm-hmm. Doctor Strange has been delayed. Spider-Man's been delayed. Yeah. And Morbius has been ridiculously delayed.
Yeah, that was being filmed back in 2005. Man.
I think it has something to do with Doctor Strange
mm-hmm. Oh, of course, because they're connected.
Yeah.
It was WandaVision, No Way Home, and Multiverse of Madness was like a 3-story arc. Mm-hmm. But I think when they went and did those changes in Multiverse of and No Way Home, I think they made the changes in No Way Home. They decided to make they make the spell on it work a certain way. I think it originally was supposed to work that way, and that's why the movie was called No Way Home. Then they changed their mind, but Morbius decided not to change anything. That's what I think happened. Because if that's the way the spell originally worked, the name No Way Home makes a lot more sense. If you have people getting sucked out of the MCU into this other universe with no way of coming back, even when the spell gets closed off, I think Aunt May was supposed to go, not die, go to the other, and I think Peter was supposed to go. And I think that was all happening around when Tom Holland was when they said they weren't going to renew the contract. Then they renewed the contract. They changed the logic in No Way Home. Morbius was like, nah.
We're good.
I like Michael Keaton. I think that's what happened, and I think that's a stupid ass mistake. So let me know what you guys think about it. But I think that's my theory on that. But with everything that's going down, let's see. Enthusiasts applaud Robbins and welcomes writer producer Phil Lord and Chris Miller to show off their work with Sony Pictures animation, including the 15 minutes of Across the Spider-Verse, the widely anticipated first and 2-part sequel to 2018 Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which pushed the boundaries of animation. The animation of that movie, amazing. I thought that was the thing I was going to hate about it. It was a thing that's what made it work. So, and it fit perfectly how weird the animation was, because it fit when it made sense when they brought Spider-Ham and all that stuff. They have a different animation depending on where they're going, and I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't some live animation some live action, because I heard they're doing that with Multiverse of Madness. I heard there's a small
animation.
I heard there's some animation. People saying it's in the trailer. I haven't seen it.
Is in the trailer.
I must not be looking
real
for
quick.
After the show, show me, because I can't see it. I looked at that trailer multiple times. And did you hear a theory that about Wanda?
I heard a bunch of
how they might introduce mutants of that multiverse of madness. People think that that's where the mutants were put, or where Wanda might have put all the mutants in that animated series.
It makes a lot of sense. It makes so much sense with they saying that she was all the WandaVision, how she was making everything television.
Exactly.
So
what if she took all the mutants?
Make y'all cartoons.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna put y'all in this little thing right here, and y'all ain't ever coming out until like I say so or whatever. Wolverine tapping on the glass like, "Hey, pup, let us out of here. Hey, Doc." That's probably what if that's what Professor X says that she did it to your universe, and like you're gonna be like, "Oh, she didn't." But yes, she did. You just don't know because
This is why she has the goat.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you had all these people, and but that was a little bit of the events that happened on day 1. On day 2, they moved over to Warner Brothers. Like I said, we're gonna talk about Ezra Miller, but we're gonna say that in a few more minutes. But like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson electrified CinemaCon as Warner Brothers debuts Black Adam, Wonka, The Flash, and Elvis footage.
You know which one I'm pumped to see?
Elvis.
Elvis.
You are pumped to see that?
Elvis.
I am not.
You not?
I think it's gonna probably be good. I'm excited.
Why you saying like that?
Because they know how to make a biopic about a movie about Elvis would be entertaining, but it's just about to further his. Man, the dude made a career out of stealing music from black folks, man. I already know this story. All they gonna do is change the history and make him a hero.
But
those Negroes gave me those songs.
I'm really not concerned about
that part of it.
I
bet the family of those song makers are.
When they came out with the trailer and they showed Tom Hanks as his manager.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know about this person, and I didn't.
What's it called? The Colonel? What was it?
Colonel something.
His manager. Every time I would look into or hear things about Elvis, I would always hear about that manager. He's I heard he's a very unique character.
I did research on him, and that's the aspect of that movie I want to see about him.
What tell me a little bit about it.
The thing about it is,
you rip Elvis off.
He was ripping Elvis off.
I imagine. Because they were always getting ripped off back in the day.
It's crazy because Elvis worshipped the ground that guy worked.
Oh, he trusted him too much.
Trusted him.
Okay, so for the dynamic on that.
Yes, he would do everything that guy told him to do. And they're trying, on the different videos I've seen, kind of leading to the fact that this is what got Elvis killed.
Who's playing the current? You said Tom Hanks. That's right. That's right. And the dude, and I heard that the dude that's playing Elvis, he's singing those songs. I heard he's singing.
Oh yeah.
So I might change my mind. I mean, I'm a little bit interested in that. But other than that, Warner Brothers. Let me read it off real quick. Warner Brothers came to Las Vegas Comic-Con to put on the show and delivered by relying on the parade of stars like Dwayne Johnson, crowned entertainment icon of the decade. Damn. To animated Baz, am I saying it right? Luhrmann, as well as some of its biggest upcoming films, including Black Adam. Black Adam is one of the things in my life that gets me out of bed. And that's what The Rock said. I think the hierarchy of the DC universe is about to change. Wow. Let's see, what else? Tuesday Cinema. Okay. They showed footage of The Flash. They also the first announcement that Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson, and the creative team will be back for a sequel to The Batman. What do you think about that? Did you see The Batman?
I saw The Batman.
That's a no-brainer. They got to make that. They had to have made that one. Looking for The Batman. That followed by exclusive look at Black Adam, Elvis, Wonka, The Flash, and Shazam, Fury of the Gods. I didn't know that. I knew they showed some Aquaman. I feel it's so bad that Warner Brothers is going as a studio. It's going through so much drama with so many of their actors. 2 of their actors in court right now fighting each other. One dude needs to be in court to answer for his crime.
He's probably in jail.
Yeah, right now. What the hell are you still doing in Hawaii? Let's talk about that later on. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So, I mean, I mean, I just feel bad for those actors who's playing with Ezra Miller in the Flash movie. I feel bad. That's what I feel bad for. I feel bad for the young lady who's playing Supergirl. She was so excited when she got cast, and that was a good story. I feel bad for Michael Keaton because he's got to be getting questions about Ezra Miller and stuff. He can't even promote the damn movie now. But as far as like what we're showing right here, out of all of it, I'm excited for all of them. I don't know if I'm excited about for Wonka. I mean, I haven't even seen Dune yet. So I don't even know if I'm excited about Wonka. I might see Elvis before I see Wonka. But that's just me. But moving on to the next day. What was the next day?
Johnny Depp was saying, that's supposed to be me.
It was supposed to be me. Then we move on to Disney. Disney debuts the first look at David O. Russell's star-packed film Lightyear. Man, dude, I am so happy. I'm so happy that they decided not to screw over Lightyear. Oh no! Before and I forgot. I said I was gonna mention it. I forgot. Before we move on to Disney, Warner Brothers also announced The Nun 2, and they showed little footage of the Barbie movie. Yes, I will be seeing Barbie because one of the greatest actresses of all time is in it. So I'm really gonna see it for the plot. I'm there for the plot. I'm really about that plot. I like Margot Robbie, but I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I was more curious about that Barbie movie when it was first announced, when Amy Schumer was the person. I thought that concept was funny.
Yeah.
I thought that spin on it, like maybe like she's like a.
She sees her.
Yeah, like
as a Barbie doll.
But she's not. Yeah, I think is that what the original plot was supposed to be about? And like, or maybe she looks like maybe in the Barbie world she's a supermodel, but when she comes in the real world, maybe she's just an average girl or something like. But she still acts like she's a Barbie or something like. I thought that would have been funny as hell. But Amy Schumer's movies lately have been coming more missed than hit.
Yeah.
So they decided to go with Margot Robbie. But Margot Robbie, I mean, with Harley Quinn and stuff, it's funny. So I'm sure she'll pull it off.
You couldn't have more of two opposite.
That's why I did the graphic that way. That's why I did that. I thought that was funny as hell. That's a double feature, man. I can't wait to see that shit. Which one you gonna see first is the question.
Probably none, and then the back door.
You can't go to sleep. No shit. That Nun movie, it wasn't that well done compared to all the other movies that's in that universe, but the concept of the Nun freaks me out. I can't wait to see that. All right, moving on now to in Cinemacon Disney. Man, yeah, they debuted and they talked about Lightyear. Dude, I am so happy that Disney's not making Lightyear come out on Disney Plus. Man. Dude, I think that would have been a riot.
Yeah.
Because the last couple of movies that have been going straight to Disney Plus, that was too disrespectful.
What was that one? Red?
Yeah, Soul, Red. I mean, it made sense because of the pandemic. But when the movies and stuff were starting to open up, Turning Red should have gone to the theaters. They're gonna try to hide behind it and say, because it's a family movie, more kids to go to the theaters. We don't know. We're trying to protect the kids. But you don't seem to give a damn about them with Lightyear.
Well,
and the pandemic numbers usually go up in the summer.
I think with Lightyear, the fact that it's attached
to Toy Story, because they know they can make more money off of it. That's all that they just trying to make. They're trying to make Disney Plus relevant.
Did you hear what they said about Lightyear? What's the concept?
Yeah, they announced it at Cinemacon. They said that it like the very first 5 seconds of the when they showed when they went on frame, Andy had a toy called Buzz Lightyear. This is the movie that toy was based on, something like that. I'm paraphrasing.
Well, basically, what it is Lightyear is an actual movie
in the Toy Story universe. Yeah.
And this is what made
this is that movie.
Yeah, it's supposed to be based in the 70s or the 80s. And he saw that movie.
And he became and all the kids became Buzz Lightyear crazy. Fan. They stopped caring about cowboys.
I love that they're doing.
Yeah, they keeping it, which is why, which to me is why not having what's his name, the voice of Buzz, the toy, Arnold, Tim Allen. Not having Tim Allen as the voice makes sense because we didn't hear any of that footage, or we saw the commercial, but every time we heard Buzz's voice, it was always Tim Allen. If they ever do a Woody like movie or something that's based on the Woody
cartoon, different actor.
I'm thinking, what's his name? I'm thinking Tom Hanks, because they did show footage in Toy Story 3, I think, or Toy Story 2. Remember when he was getting taken? He was gonna join the Woody's Roundup, and that other Woody toy collector, tried to keep Woody with him so they could go to the museums. They showed footage of that old TV series, and it was still the same voice. Okay. So if they ever do a Woody movie, I think it's got to be Tom Hanks.
Is Woody a full string toy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they use in the pull string doll. They could have said that they used from the movie that's based on what the toy is based on. The sound when you push the button, Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. They could have said that came from that movie, but they didn't. They just said it was the toy.
Now, Chris Evans, he doesn't sound too far.
Off
from sounding like Tim Allen.
But I can understand why Disney decided they had to probably make up a reason why, because they could have easily just let Tim Allen do the voice.
Yeah.
But they wanted Captain America. let's just be honest. They wanted a movie star to do it. Let's be honest, guys. That's why they did that. It was no reason. You already did like 4 movies with Tim Allen. There was no reason not to have Tim Allen. But they were like, well, we gotta keep Chris happy.
And I think it's going to be more serious tone.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. But if they do a Woody movie, I think it will make more sense to have Tom.
You think that's the sequel?
No. I'm talking about like a separate separate Pixar project. If this movie does super well, they're just going to make more sequels for Lightyear. But they could do it.
I could almost hear you. Promise you that the villain, can't think of the villain's name.
Zurg
is gonna be involved.
Yeah, they did that on.
It was on the cartoon.
It was on the toy. The toy said that it was on Toy Story 2.
Okay.
Yeah, he said, "I'm your father," and they even did the whole Star Wars joke. You're like, no, they even did the joke. So yeah, Zurg is his father.
Okay.
As far as the toys is concerned.
But it's based on the movie, right?
If it's based on the movie,
and they said that
this is what the movie
Buzz Lightyear movie
is based. This toy is based on that movie within the Toy Story universe.
And they said this movie is in
Yeah, so it probably is Star Wars. In that universe, it is Star Wars. So yeah, I'm sure because the toy already said it, so maybe it won't even be a. See, the problem with it is because they already did that in Toy Story 2. They announced that toy said that he's Buzz Lightyear's father, and so there won't be a reveal.
But
to him it will be, but it won't be to us. It won't be a shock.
The thing is, how did you get to that point?
I'm thinking that's what's gonna be. What's gonna be? I think from the first 30 minutes. It's going to be a talk about how, my father turned bad or whatever. That news is already out. And maybe that's what Buzz has to fight against and try to overcome. I forgot to change the graphic. But I'm thinking that's what the story's going to be. Because the fact that he's Zurg's son is not news. We've seen that in the thing. But what about but I think how he turned evil. Maybe they're gonna go Star Wars prequel. How did he probably what Lightyear is now probably trying to discover. Maybe he's gonna feel like maybe he's gonna try to redeem him, to turn to the light. I hope they don't go too like beat for beat with Star Wars. They already did the "I'm your father" thing, fine. But let's see. I don't know. I'm curious on what they're gonna do with it. And then the other thing that they showed was Multiverse of Madness, which is I'm going to start calling the Wanda show, featuring Doctor Strange. Because I'm telling you, man, Wanda to me is Wanda's the villain. Yeah. She's the villain, and I'm tired of all these people on being sexist trying to make her the villain. Dude, it's a good twist. She's a hero who's being pushed too far. And let's be honest, all y'all Wanda stands, y'all wouldn't care if she was a villain or not. Y'all still gonna cheer for her. She could murder the whole world. You'd be like, yeah.
All y'all Wanda stands don't read comic books because
that's her story.
That's her story.
She turns back. Yeah. She ain't playing no more. She's been kicked and things taken from her. She's been hurt over and over and over again, and now she's done.
Do you think the White Vision?
Maybe at the end. If she gets my overall prediction, and is that my overall prediction is that she's going to fight a more evil version of herself, and who did way worse or is still currently conquering that town from WandaVision and steal her kid. Like, you don't know how to appreciate it. And then bring Vision.
I'm thinking it's two versions of Wanda.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's
the MCU one that we have, and then it's that eviler version. And I think the MCU version will stop her, steal her kids, then become her. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. Because why would Doctor Strange allow her to do all that? Like, hold on, man, you're supposed to be helping me and stuff, and now you over here, you got your own little side mission going. And I'm thinking that's what all that running and stuff is about, and all that trying to get, because I think Wanda is going to agree to help in the beginning, and then go rogue immediately the second she sees an opportunity, and then Doctor Strange is going to have to spend the rest of the movie trying to catch up to her, stop her from what she's trying to do, because she's causing more damage than she's harming more than she's helping. Probably because she's being tempted by this Nightmare character named Nightmare. The strings are probably being pulled.
I'm hearing a lot of this.
Oh yeah. People imagine Wong's gonna probably bite it.
I think he's gonna bite it. I've heard.
You know why I think that's possible?
Nothing for nobody. I haven't seen it.
I think that's likely because he's the Sorcerer Supreme, and we can't have that. We can why? Oh, like, he's the Sorcerer Supreme on a technicality. Gotta go, buddy. Sorry. Maybe we'll bring you back. Here's a multiverse. But I'm the Sorcerer Supreme.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you think? Because it's been confirmed that it is the actual Illuminati.
Okay. Yeah, he said it in the trailer. Yeah.
Who do you think is a part? Who's your guess?
I don't think. What's his name? What's his name? Boris. What's his? Not Boris. What's
the guy who played Black Bolt?
No. From the guy who announced that the Illuminati in the trailer with the black dude. What's his name? Moodoo. What? How do you say it? Baron Mordo. I don't think it's him. I think he's just working for the Illuminati. Professor X. Everybody wants it to be like part of the original Illuminati. I'm hopeful for Professor X, another version of Iron Man, Tom Cruise version of Iron Man. What else? Not Black Bolt, but Reed Richards. I'm hoping that that's how they introduce. But the only reason why, and I heard and another version of Doctor Strange, but not the ones that we've seen, not the ones from the What If. Another one who's no longer there. I think that the Illuminati is.
If you look at the trailer, the trailer is showing you
those chairs, but I don't think they're all filled.
Well, it shows you that it's a statue of Doctor Strange. He looks like he's in front of the building where the Illuminati.
Yeah.
And he sees a statue. What I'm thinking is that Doctor Strange died.
Or they had to stop him because all the Doctor Stranges are dangerous. I'm thinking something like that. Or somebody's killing the Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Wanda killed that.
Yeah, and that's why you got to stop Wanda.
The Strange is going around killing Doctor Strange.
You know what I'm saying? Something happened.
It's something to make them say, hey, Doctor Strange, we need to handle up on you.
I think Doctor Strange is also on that one of those chairs. I don't think another one of those chair fillers is gonna be filled up by Black Panther. I don't think that either.
You don't think so?
If so, I would say not T'Challa, but T'Challa's fault. Probably something like that.
It could be even Michael B. Jordan.
A good version of Killmonger.
Exactly.
Or which would be fine with me, but I know I don't know how people want that to be the case for Wakanda Forever. They want a new version of Kill. I don't think, even with the Multiverse of Madness, I don't think narratively. Imagine you're one of the citizens of Wakanda who was fighting against Killmonger and mad that he wanted to commit, genocide and do all that stuff. And then a portal opens up and it's like, hey, I'm also, I know I look like that dude, but I'm a nice version of him. Like, no, I'm not him. Like, you can't be him. We killed him. He's dead. Like, I don't think they're gonna accept him.
But that's the story.
Him trying to fight against the sins of his multiverse counterpart.
And
I say just
win them over.
I say just recast T'Challa
and
let Michael B. Jordan play T'Challa and just retcon that they were like almost identical cousins. Just say they were cousins that look alike. I know they were played by different people in part one, but moving forward, let's just say you and your cousin, y'all really do look like. Just say that,
exactly.
just say that they are identical cousins, looking like look-alike cousins. I mean, we're sad about what happened with oh man, I'm being disrespectful. I'm forgetting his name. Chadwick Boseman. But nobody's gonna be upset if Michael B. Jordan. Everybody wants him to be a good version of Killmonger so bad. Just make Michael B. Jordan T'Challa.
And I've heard people say, bring that up. That would be a good thing to do.
Or do both. A version of T'Challa from another universe that looks like Michael B. Jordan. Do both. But it shouldn't be Killmonger that becomes the king of Wakanda, because the Wakoye would not accept that.
No.
They just fought against this dude, and I don't care who you are. I don't care how good you are in your universe. In this universe, you was a bad mother sucker. We don't like you.
To me, they don't even have to explain it.
Just move forward.
As far as
he just
in their
looks
minds and everything, he looks just like Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or he's the exact same character, and we're just they did it with Rhodey. They made a little bitty joke. It's me, I'm here. But when you look at me, you're supposed to see Terrence Howard.
Exactly.
But hey, Terrence, you got a little shorter. Hey, we ain't talking about it. That's it. Just keep it pushing. Eventually, our brains adjust. But that was on that day. One of the other things that came up, the new name for Avatar movie, The Way of the Water.
I think that movie is so late. Maybe.
Oh, it was originally it would have came out in like 2013 or 14 or something like 2012. It should have. Based on where it's at right now, because of what they're doing, 4 sequels at the same time or something like that. They're doing 4 more movies. I think part 3 or part 4 would have been the one that would have been. I think part 4 would have been the one coming out in 2022 originally if they would have stayed on a. I've been saying this for the past couple of years. Even when the pandemic hit, I knew I was 100% right. I was like, there have been more people, not by the pandemic, but just by like natural causes. I've always said there have been more Avatar fans that are passed away than are being born. with the MCU setting up this whole new way of us seeing movies, people are more excited about that. Avatar, like you said, too late. But all the James Cameron stands saying the same thing. Don't bet against Cameron.
I'm not going to do that.
I was. I said that movie won't make past. I said it will make $1 billion, but it won't make 1.5. And now
it's not going to be I don't think it's going to be record. Because one of the things that the original had with it first was the gimmick of pushing out 3D.
Yeah, it pushed. They purposely sold those tickets. And on top of that, the movie was ahead of its time. It pushed the boundaries of technology, and it was well put together. But now we've seen it all before, and I even though they're gonna do, I'm pretty sure, I'm not doubting that James Cameron's gonna blow our minds on this one too. But last year, all year, I was saying this movie is. I don't care how good this movie is. It's not gonna crack. It's not gonna crack. It's gonna be between 1 and 1.5. the closer and closer we get to it coming out,
changing your mind about it?
it's not that I'm not changing my mind about how I feel like this movie should be accepted, but more and more the people around, it's like they're forcing themselves to want this movie to try to come close to making the money that the original made. And I think if the movie's a success, I'm gonna be glad.
It's gonna make $1 billion. It's gonna make $1 billion. I don't know if it's gonna make beyond that, but it's gonna make $1 billion for the simple fact we've been waiting for Avatar 2. What do you got to tell us? And then it's better be a good story. I mean, because that's how you're gonna get your continual view.
The one thing I kept saying was that was a perfect example of how people felt about Avatar. Look at what people dressed up as for Halloween the Halloween after Avatar came out. Everybody was Na'vi. What were they the Halloween after that? They weren't that. They weren't there. They were Heath Ledger's Joker. And then the Halloween after that, Heath Ledger's Joker. And then Halloween after that, Heath Ledger's Joker. Heath Ledger's Joker was the costume to get like for the next 10 years after The Dark Knight came out. Nobody was caring about no Na'vi. They would have if this movie would have came out in 2013. It would have even if the technology wasn't where he thought it would be. I always said, don't look at Avatar 2. We should be looking at the numbers for Avatar 3. That's the one that's going to be able to rival Avatar 1's. Because this was going to visually crush. And then people are going to go back and go like, I should have went to the theater and saw it. But now, the closer and closer we get to December when this movie's coming out, them damn James Cameron feels are hitting the fans again. And I said more not passing away than they're being born. Damn it! Now I feel like they're being resurrected. Now they coming back. I feel like the closer and closer we get to December, it's like a James Cameron Order 66 thing is being flicked off, and this now I've mentally moved from between 1.5 billion to 2 billion. It might cross 1. Or just land in the zone of 1.5 billion.
I'm going with.
I'm now between 1 billion and 1.6 now. But watch, the closer we get to December, because you're going to be able to feel it. Once that trailer comes out and all that stuff, then I might move to 1.7.
When they say, hey, go on, tickets is now on sale.
We'll know then. If China really, because China might let it, unless there's something offensive in there that they don't like.
I didn't even think that. Does China like?
Oh, his movie. They love his movies. They
just all tech.
They didn't let Spider-Man play in China, but
you talking about No Way Home?
Yeah, No Way Home didn't play in China, and I don't know whatever beef that they were whatever they were limiting the American movies. They had that one on the chopping board, and it still almost made $2 billion.
That's very strange because I know China loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They got their own.
The first two Tom Holland Spider-Man movies played over there, but this one didn't. And it still made the most money that any Spider-Man movie. It almost made $2 billion. I think it's finally clocked out at 1.8. And I was like, damn, could they have made another 200 million in China? A lot of people are saying no. I'm saying yes. Because it shouldn't have made 1.8 billion without China.
Exactly.
People would have. I think they would have. Because I think China now has more movie theaters than we have in America now. I think they finally surpassed.
And the people in general, the population.
Yeah. It's the second highest box office after North America. It's still. I don't know. I feel like it would have definitely hit 2 billion.
Oh yeah.
But Avatar, with China's help now and all that stuff, I'm thinking, internationally, the Avatar movie did way better internationally than it did domestically because Star Wars: The Force Awakens is still the highest grossing domestic movie of all time, even over Endgame and all that stuff. Avatar crushed internationally. So I'm still there at 1.5. I was always saying it's gonna make $1 billion, maybe 1.2.
taking it, okay.
Wait, I gotta see how the international waters.
Is China factor? I'm going to say 1.5. But
now I'm between 1 and 1.6 now. Watch. Come November, when that trailer, in October, when that trailer drops or whatever, whenever that trailer drops, watch. That's gonna be the moment. Everybody. I think they dropped it in Cinemacon. They dropped it in they showed footage in Cinemacon, but we haven't gotten the official trailer yet. Well, maybe I'm wrong. If I am, well, after the show let's do a reaction to it. But I want to see it. But I know this one went a little longer than I wanted to. But moving back, going back to what's coming out for Cinemacon. So we already talked about. We talked about Sony. We did day one, and we talked about, and we talked about what's going on with Warner Brothers, and we're about to circle back around that again. But coming out, and then what happened today on Cinemacon, we talked about Disney and what's coming out with that, and also Universal. Did we talk about we didn't talk about it on the show. Oh, guys. Okay, real quick. It's funny to me how today when they were talking about when they talked about Universal upcoming Universal projects, Fast and Furious, Universal's highest grossing franchise, lost the director. When what's his name? What's old dude who quit? I just have what's the director's name? And he called it. He's like, I'm done. This dude just got through. I just showed Jason the tweet that Vin Diesel posted asking, "Oh man, like it's gonna be the greatest." What's going on, Travis? I see you in the comment section. How you doing, man? We doing good. But dude, it's so funny. It's like, how you feel? Hey, how you feel about this? It's gonna be the biggest one yet? Yes. Well, you said you saw something in that video.
Yeah, he was like. He's like shaking his head saying yes.
Yeah.
Shaking his head no, but saying yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be
shrugging his shoulders.
How's this movie gonna turn out? I don't know. You're gonna have to ask the new director because I'm about to quit tomorrow. That's why he was like, this dude just quit. And I was like, well, maybe some creative differences or something like that. Well, it's like, but he directed like multiple Fast and Furious movies. This ain't his first rodeo. He is the reason why the franchise is where it's at today. Like, what happened?
I think they switched up the story.
Yeah, you had a theory about that. Go ahead.
Because it came out not too long ago that his Paul Walker's mom threw out, hey, this wouldn't it be nice that Paul Walker, one of my sons,
do it again and then bring him back to pretty much bring the character back.
And I think James Wan is like, that's not my story.
Agreeing. When you said that, when you came up with that theory, I'm like, that's got to be it.
Yeah.
Because if they talking about it, I don't know if Vin Diesel behind the scenes said yes.
I know for a fact because when they did it, with that give him that kind of send off, Paul Walker that send off, everybody loved it. And I know in Vin Diesel's mind, like, oh, the family's giving me the okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tap into that. He's pumped to do it. And I think James Wan is like, nah. And then I was telling you too, they adding people like Cardi B. And I think James Wan is like, I don't want to.
Like, I ain't signed up for this. I'm like, what? The Rock ain't coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do the Hobbs and Shaw too. Yeah. What if he does Hobbs and Shaw too?
I was thinking that when we first was talking. I was thinking, what if he jumped ship
and goes to the Rock side?
Man.
I mean, this is the last Fast and Furious. I mean, might as well go to the second Fast and Furious Presents.
You know how disrespectful.
Dude, Vin would be so pissed off, and I would be all for that drama. Dude.
Me too.
I would be so fucking. I'll be laughing my ass off if that did happen. But hey, I don't know. I guess your guess is as good as ours on why he jumped ship. I don't know. It can't be no scheduling differences, which is the excuse I think that they gave, because you knew what your damn schedule was before you signed up, and he already went and he was filming for a week. You already went a weekend. Something happened during that week, and he called it. He was like, "Nah, I'm done." He probably was like, man, Cardi B don't know how to take direction. Like, but she was in the last one. I think he
was in the last one.
And I think,
but they bring her back in this.
I think he directed the last one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I think he's like.
No, you're like, not again.
I think Vin Diesel suggested. Hey,
I think it's the Paul Walker thing. I'm thinking it's the Paul Walker thing, man. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. That's the only thing. That's like, that's gotta be it. Mm-hmm. Maybe, but we could be wrong about that. But
I don't understand why he just like I'm about.
No, well, who knows? Who knows?
They do
maybe
well.
Maybe Vin Diesel said he was gonna bring in Ezra Miller. I don't know. That's probably it. But speaking of which, dude, man, they went through this whole thing with Warner Brothers presentation, and they went all the way out their way not to mention Ezra Miller.
But the fact that they just keep on hyping this and promoting this Flash movie is amazing.
Dude, I'm thinking I thought the hype was real. Dude, I was all for it.
I was all for it until all this stupidness with the star.
Yeah, the stupidness. Yeah, that's the perfect way to put it. Because it's ridiculous. I'm like, why does this dude? Is he afraid of success?
I don't know what.
He's like, I ain't going out like Henry Cavill. I'm gonna quit them before they quit me. They gonna have to fire me. They gonna have to make it official. Like I don't. It's like.
I don't know what the, and this has been going. He's been having. Because this is not what's going on now. It's not the initial issue.
Dude, the first
issue was
that bar situation when he choked a woman in that bar.
It was in the store.
Okay.
He choked out a girl.
Yeah. And the second thing
that calmed down.
That was years ago.
That was years ago. That calmed down. Now we're hearing about issues that having in
Hawaii. Yeah, when he threatened, he got into a situation, got himself arrested, and then the people that he was Airbnb-ing with,
yes.
What the hell? Like, dude, you a movie star, dude. Like, get your own damn hotel. What is he doing? And then he threatens the
guy's wife.
Yeah. Why is the common denominator with all the stuff that he's doing with women? And and before I get corrected, they, I got the pronouns wrong. They, my bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. They fucking up. How about that? They fucking up. What is going on, man? I'm like, and then after that, there was another issue again with a bar situation. Throws a chair, hit somebody at the chair. I heard wasn't even intended to. Gashed on the old girl's head. Why are we not hearing about multiple lawsuits? Is Warner Brothers like
question? This is the question. I hope I don't get in trouble for where I'm going.
Here we go. Let me put you on full screen.
He's homosexual, right?
I don't know.
I think he is.
I don't know if it's I don't know if it's bi or pan. I never looked into it. I just know that the pronouns are they. Okay. They them.
Okay. I think it's a lover's quarrel.
In Hawaii, somebody in Hawaii
yes,
they seen?
And he's like, okay, you still gonna stay with your wife?
Oh. I didn't even think of that. Maybe that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Oh, you didn't think I would be back? You didn't think
because that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
For him to keep on
causing drama.
And
there's Maury Povich kind of drama.
He's in love with boy. Oh God.
Which is maybe.
I'm thinking.
I mean, with any other situation, that would. It's funny how nobody's really even asking that question. I haven't heard anybody bring that possibility up. You are literally the first person to come up with that scenario.
I'm just. That's the only thing I can really think of because
that there's an entanglement.
It's an entanglement.
Man, that's a good question. Do you think that's the question? Do you think there's an entanglement with
and the people he's beating up and messing with in Hawaii?
I had him first. It's just like, why can't Warner Brothers send a private jet out there. Somebody that one of his loved ones or family is just like dude, go like
the first
a son, just the mother, father, or cousin, somebody who cares, somebody that's in their life, like will fly you down there. Go get him. Go get Ezra. Bring him home. Because what the?
You don't have no good people.
Probably, maybe they burnt all those bridges. It's funny though when we fast forward to yesterday or today with Comic-Con, and I heard that the footage that they showed like first couple minutes of the movie, and they showed a trailer that was very Michael Keaton heavy, and that's again who I feel sorry for, man, because they can't promote this movie.
I like that how they.
Everybody's asking about because last year this movie was promoting itself. Remember last year when just pictures would come out, everybody was talking. It was the first time in a long time that the DCEU was getting more much deserved buzz and press over the MCU. Everybody was excited about it. Damn, Spider-Man's about to come out. I think Tom Holland's gonna be. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. Did you see that Batman though?
They was multiverse and madness before multiverse.
Yeah, there was a multiverse of madness They got a multiverse of madness situation going over here too. Flashpoint versus the multiverse. It's crazy. I heard that Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield's coming out on over at Marvel. So I heard Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton are coming back in this. That was the best press that Warner Brothers could ask for. Then a chair got then there was a choke slam. There was man, it just old girl who's playing Supergirl. The footage of her getting the job, her feeling good, and it just went from top shelf to rock bottom, just like that. It was crazy. I couldn't accidentally hit the wrong graphic. It was crazy how that just switched out of nowhere. And it's like I can't imagine these actors being excited about the promotion work. Which
do you think they're gonna show another Granny trailer?
Another
with Flash.
Another Flash movie trailer? They have to promote the movie. I mean, it's whatever the trailer they're gonna show is gonna be what they did at Comic-Con. It's gonna be all Michael Keaton
because
and Supergirl.
Fantastic Beasts. He was.
Yeah, I saw him. I never seen any of the Fantastic Beasts movies. But I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that trailer, and I saw he was in one little fight scene in the street, and it was very quick.
That's probably
it was something about that trailer. Dude, I wasn't interested in any of the Fantastic Beasts movies. But when I saw that trailer, I was like, maybe I need to go back and watch that. I said, that's a good ass trailer.
I seen the very first one.
I didn't see the second one, and then when the Justice for Johnny drama started, I was like, well, shit, well, that's it for them. But then when that trailer came out, I was like, damn, I'm excited about it, dude. I can't wait to see it. And he did it again. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Ezra. That's the joke over there, Warner Brothers. And I thought that when Discovery bought Warner Brothers, that they would abandon that and be like, no, we talking about it. That dude is fine. But they're still not talking about it. So that's the question. Does Ezra Miller got something on some of them executives or something like that? That's the theory. That's the theory. Maybe that's the lover's quarrel. Because none of this makes sense. You were quick to fire Johnny Depp all because he lost his defamation suit in the UK. Fired. Now the rumors later came out that they were talking about putting Amber Heard on the chopping block too. But then Zack Snyder and all them other directors came to her defense. Messed it all up. They should have just fired.
Yeah, she's going to eventually be fired.
Oh, well, they barely get any new work. I went to her IMDb and she does have like 2 other projects in production. But after all this is all said and done, unless she 100% wins, then we'll talk about that later. I think both of their careers is on the chopping block. But even if this is the end for Johnny Depp, he'll still come back. He won't be as strong or popular, but I get as much work, but he'll get work because look at the way the fans settle and stuff. They ain't gonna settle like that for Ezra Miller. If Ezra Miller had their chance months or years ago, they could have checked into a rehab, say, I'm sorry, I'm going through something emotional. I probably got it. Because if Warner Brothers was gonna do nothing about it, that was his opportunity to just be like, I'm sorry, apologize to the people I did this to, apologize to my fans, go into rehab. He could have gone in rehab for 2 weeks. And then he came back, and it went all about the press thing. Because with the second the press brings that up, they can shut that down. Like, hey, I went through rehab with that. Not allowed to talk about that. And that would have been the end of it.
He's the poster boy for Red.
Correct. Yeah.
I've never seen nothing like
it. It's crazy.
I never okay. Even after the second incident.
How we have to word this.
Yeah,
the second incident.
I thought
incident.
I thought, okay.
You mean the threatening to burn that wife?
I thought it was gonna burn or what?
Did he steal their passports? Oh, you think you leaving?
Did he?
Yes.
What?
Steal their passports. So now your theory is making sense to me now.
More sense, yeah.
Dang. So they wallets, passports. Oh, you can't quit me. I'm pregnant with your baby. What was that? Next Friday? That ain't my baby. That's my baby right there. Oh man. Dude, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, man. That's I know that's a lot of movie news we went through.
Don't let it. Will, do you know the names of the people he's going out?
I know that they did like a restraining order against them right after it all happened, and then a week later they removed the restraining order. Okay. So it's public record. You can find it if you look it up.
Are they executives?
I don't know. I doubt it, because if that was true, that would have came out. That would have came out if they were affiliated with Warner Brothers in any way, shape, or form. That would have already came out by now. But the thing is, you can find out who they are because they made an official police. They made a restraining order, and that's public record. Okay. You can look that up and you can get them. I think I've read their names before, but I never read what they do for a living.
I might have to do my.
I don't think they're affiliated with Warner Brothers in any way, shape, or form. Except for the buku payoff Warner Brothers was probably giving them to be quiet and not talk about it anymore. We really believe in this Flash movie.
and then you know what? This might be awesome,
dude.
Where they like. Whatever he do,
to put up with all that bullcorn, that better be the best movie I've ever made.
It might be.
I better be like, man, fuck Avatar. I better want to quit the MCU after seeing this movie. That's how good this movie would have to be. But I'm be like, if I see this movie and I end it off with, oh yeah, that dude can throw a chair at me any day. But I doubt it. Ain't nothing worth that. This movie came because they already not giving them any more project. They're not giving him anything moving forward. They're removing him from press junkets. They recasting.
They even had him do a
guest spot on the TV show.
Yes,
that's your dude. I'm telling you right now. This is my theory. Because everybody's all like, Ezra Miller is a movie star. Grant Gustin is not. He's a good actor. He's a nice person. He's just a TV star. But let's be honest. Even if Ezra Miller did some good work before joining the MCU or the Fantastic Beasts franchise, who really knew who Ezra Miller was before those movies? I didn't know. And maybe that's our bubble. Maybe we just didn't know. So who's to say that if Grant Gustin isn't given the same opportunity in a big franchise, you wouldn't get the same exact love? He's obviously, even if it's a small fraction to the movie going audience, bring the CW audience with them. When people hear, or if they advertise it, the Flash that you saw from the TV series is now the DCU. You put that on a commercial.
They need to do it.
That's gonna sell. Then Grant Gustin is an instant star. Instant. It's like because from what I heard, Ezra Miller is playing the Flash and the Reverse Flash in this movie. He's also playing the villain. That's why in the trailer there was two of them. He's playing the villain. He's playing the Reverse Flash as well. There's your thing right there. So the real Flash can come from another timeline or portal, and maybe they'll retcon it where the Reverse Flash wins in the end, and then Grant Gustin comes through, knocks him out. Now I'm gonna be the new Flash moving forward, and takes out the Reverse Flash, and then they recast the Reverse Flash because they obviously not gonna have Ezra Miller. I'm telling you, dude, that or just Iron Man 2 this shit, and just recast.
But dang it, he's gotta be tough because he's supposed to be the main. He's the star of the movie. And then again,
it's not unheard of.
He might have been troublesome to work with because it was taking them so long to get flat.
Dude, Ezra Miller at one point convinced Warner Brothers to let him take a crack at the script. What the hell were they thinking when they said yes to that? No wonder all those directors started quitting. Like, why are y'all? I am the director. Why is he? Why do I look like I'm working for Ezra Miller?
He got some pictures of something.
He got something.
He's got some.
Exactly. I got all. He got video. like y'all. I mean, I'm not gonna joke that it's sexual or anything like that. But it's got to be something like incriminating. Like, I got the executive producer of Warner Brothers snorting cocaine off the back of an endangered eagle while kicking a puppy. and saying the N-word to a whole bunch of people that aren't even black. But it's gotta be something like that. It's got to be. And he's like, I got it saved on the zip drive, and if anything happens to me, there's instructions for it to release the next day. It's gotta be something that big for them to put up with that crap, because there's no. Kevin Feige wouldn't put up with that.
I don't know.
Kevin Feige wouldn't put up with any of that. You out of here.
They are the most, to me, Warner Brothers is the quickest. I'm ready to fire
as quick as they fired Johnny Depp?
Yeah, Johnny Depp. They James Gunn. The list goes.
That was Disney first. First Disney. That was from Guardians of the Galaxy. Right, he got fired from that, and then Warner. That just shows the inconsistency of Warner Brothers. Like, you firing Johnny Depp, you keeping on Ezra Miller. James Gunn was. Everybody's getting. You fired another Flash TV show actor for bad tweets inappropriate tweets from back in the day, but you hired James Gunn, who just got fired for the exact same thing got fired from Disney. Where's the consistency?
Well, it's supposed to be under a new organization.
Discovery just took over. But they had plenty of. But all we're hearing about is meetings. They had plenty of time. Look, if I was the executive producer,
about this guy.
Yeah, dude, it's like that's Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. It was like, woo, man, Ezra's saving our asses right now. I think we might still got a job. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp gonna hug it out after this. Thanks to Ezra Miller.
Man, we don't look so bad.
Wow, you know what? We losing too much money, Warner Brothers. What if that's the deal? We can bring 2 of y'all back. We can't bring 3. Y'all decide who's it gonna be. Dude, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp would sucker punch Ezra Miller in a heartbeat to get their glory back to get back on top. There's no saving. I think there's a chance for Johnny Depp more than anybody.
Yeah.
After that, I think there's a chance. I had Ezra Miller in second place until the second and third incident. Now there is more of a chance of Amber Heard getting a comeback than Ezra Miller. And if Ezra Miller does continue to keep the job and does get the comebacks and all that stuff, then it's a conspiracy, because it makes no sense why all these other people who did infinitely less got fired faster.
They didn't have no absolute proof.
Yeah. To fire that actor from the Flash TV series for bad tweets and then hire James Gunn for the same thing made it clear that Ezra Miller has video evidence incriminating somebody at Warner Brothers.
He's got it.
That's what they moving on. All right, but let's move on. From movie news. This is probably gonna be one of the longest episodes we ever do. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna look at one of the unofficial sponsors of the show when we switch to the next couple of topics with what's streaming out.